Hello and welcome to Nick V Uncensored. Today we've got John Baxter, and today we're going to be talking about medbeds, frequency healing, and very importantly, that Trump himself posted a medbed video on his Truth Social platform on September the 27th, which we're going to go into right now. It's amazing to see the shift and how we're evolving. John, thank you so much for joining me. How are you, and what have you been up to?
Well, thank you so much, Nicholas, to having me on. And this is just a great topic. It's really a coming of age portion of America First. There's a lot of stuff happening in the world that we're witnessing, but there are some huge highlights, huge things coming our way that we need to be informed about.
So, what is the medbed video that Trump posted on September the 27th? Why is that important and significant to you?
Well, it means he's awake in the sense of like he's never posted anything medbeds. The photos that we see on online a lot of times are doctored AI photos of it was Donald Trump as AI, first off, in that video, but also a lot of the photos that we see about medbeds is Donald Trump plastered on an MRI machine, which is not even a medbed. So there are a lot of things that people need to be aware of. They're confused about, they're not sure. And even Donald Trump himself deleted the post. So that means a lot of things, right? It doesn't mean a little bit. It means a lot that he deleted the post. But the fact that he did post med beds and the government being shut down, what does this all mean?
Right. So, you're saying, of course, the video that he posted was an AI generated video of him in this AI video lying down on this medical bed, med bed. Um, but the importance and significance of this was not the AI video, but what it represented for Donald Trump to share it on his social media as a video, and then he deleted it. So you say this could mean a lot of things. What could it mean?
Well, I think he's waking up to the fact that he gave it a lot of publicity, right? That made national news that he posted and then he deleted because it was somewhat factual and somewhat non-factual. And if you look at the timeline of MedBed, right? And no one's ever seen a MedBed. We only hear media. Now, a lot of the photos that we see, they're doctored photos. A lot of people assume that MedBeds are for free, right? It's just like, oh,
Right.
okay, MedBeds are for free. When's the last time the government's giving you anything for free, right? All of a sudden, MedBeds are for free. And then there's an RV that's happening, which is more along the lines of something that could come true. But no one's ever seen one. And Donald Trump had an AI video of him talking about it. And so the significance there is that the awareness, he's bringing awareness to a solution. Him and RFK Jr. are fighting the good fight. They just said last week that Tylenol and certain vaccines or the flu shot causes autism. That was huge. That was shockwaves through the system, right? Then he posts the medbed thing and then he deletes it because it wasn't purely factual. That is why he deleted it. We hear all this assumptions, right? I was the first guy to go viral with medbeds in 2021, if you remember, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
2021, it went viral for medbeds. No one even spoke of a medbed till late 2020 when Simon Parks released intel of medbed from a psychic. He never really had any intel. He only heard a psychic say that it's a possibility in her frame of mind that she saw someone creating a medbed. Now, what we hear online is that medbed media hype. Medbeds are for free as a fact. That's not true. Who said that? You can't even cite the claim of the real person that even talks about medbeds, knows what a medbed is, and now people cite that, oh, medbeds are for free. Well, if you look back, Nicholas, to 2021, there's one guy that actually helped give away over $4 million in free medbed service. He's out of Orlando, Florida. And the interesting thing is that if you look in history and facts, like don't grab nebulous things that mean nothing that you hear. What are tangible? Are there tangible med beds? Are there things that you can touch, feel, try that can analyze your data that use AI? Well, there was one person that had patents and that started in 2023, 2024, 2025, 26, 27, 2017 even. Someone has medbed patents. I think medbed patents supersede the talk of a medbed.
Hmm.
And those are facts.
Of course.
So,
Yeah, no, of course. Now, some people are asking, but are the med beds you're talking about the ones that you have, the ones that you've been working on? And we're going to get into the testimonials in a minute and the great work you've done. And I know you're going to show us what you've got just a minute. But some people are asking, are they the Great Awakening med beds? What's the difference? Why are some people saying, well, I'm waiting for the Great Awakening med beds? What is that?
well, it goes back to what is truth, right? Great Awakening medbeds. Who created the name Great Awakening and who's behind the Great Awakening? Is it QAnon? Is it some people in the UK? Is it some people in Asia? Who's a part of the Great Awakening? And who's running the story, right? Our medbeds are going to regrow limbs. As far as I know, no one would allow a machine to be in a medical office that regrow limbs in America. It's an impossible feat, even if we could regrow limbs. Are there machines that could bioprint a new arm? Possibly out there. But in all honesty, in all facts in front of us, right? Is there anyone that can show or prove that they can regrow a limb with the machine? No. No one can prove it. You don't think that someone could just take a photo of one on the side and get a little photo of a machine growing a limb by now? No.
Right.
So this medbed is a foundational. The medbed I'm talking about is foundational. Like if you haven't figured out a frequency medicine, then you stand in no test of time to consider it a medbed. If you can't measure and monitor your frequencies, you could never be a medbed that would take over the medical or health system, right? And so if you're working in scalar or pseudoscience, all that means is you can't measure it. But what if you are? What if one guy has measured and monitored everything? What if, knowing that this body is electric and it's mostly made of electrons more than water or more than anything else, and you perceive the body as electric, and you could do something as crazy as a blood test in 5 minutes with an electronic blood test.
Hmm.
And you were to use AI to analyze all the results, you would think like we're in the cusp, right? We're in the wave, like a wave, it just keeps coming, right? There's another wave coming, right? We are in the wave of the Great Awakening. The Great Awakening is not some day that some guy says, hey, on March 25th, 2026 is the day of the Great Awakening. It won't happen like that. It gets sparsely out there, slowly but surely. Of course, when someone said that maybe the Earth is flat for the first time, oh, he took a lot of ridicule. But was it the truth? That's up to you to decide. But if we're going to use facts and figures, let's use real facts and figures. Let's not let the media take over this message of medbeds. Last I checked, it was in our control. Last I checked, we were the ones that were able to perceive or to realize the truth or be deceived.
Sure.
And I think it's important to realize that the medbeds we hear about is just conspiracy. Like some conspiracies can be figured out and found and seen and tangible, But the med beds we hear about the Great Awakening are not tangible.
We
There
haven't
is no
seen an I
spokesperson.
have to say that, I've heard a lot of things. There's over 6,000 patents that haven't been, that are going to go public, and, the military's got it and blah, blah. But you know, I'm still waiting to see. And maybe some of it is going to come out, or there is, who knows? But right now, the best that I've seen is what you've got, John. And if they were to come out, the Great Awakening medbiz, I'd be like, John, you've got to upgrade now. You've got to get this stuff. And I think, in my opinion, people like yourself and people like, Layla, that we both know, she's got a wellness center in Miami. People like you, you guys would first have access to this if it were to exist, if it were to come up. But there is no evidence of it yet. Okay. But the great thing about what you're doing is that and I want to go into this, is the testimonials. They are surpassing all the mainstream, solutions that they have been able to do. And you've reversed a lot of illnesses. Okay. Now, because we're on YouTube, I want to put a disclaimer that whatever we say is for entertainment and educational purposes only. We are not health advisors or giving any health advice. Please do your own research, and we are just speculating, opinions, exploring the space, and do your own research. This is just have to say that. Can you show us, John, your med beds?
Yeah, my med beds are tangible devices that measure and monitor your whole body before and after. So there is no question as to what it's doing or what it has done. So it's a very verifiable system. And basically, I have different components, and I can give you a firsthand glance at some of the health tech if you'd like.
Please show us a little bit about that. And once you've done that, I want to go into how you've used them, how you've helped people, and how it's impacted their lives.
Well, I would say like one thing, Nicholas, is that I was just on, as far as a testimonial, right? I was just on Inside Edition. Inside Edition called me. And one of the guys on this show, he was a guy that I had over here over 4 years ago. He was a youth pastor, right? He had 5 kids. And in the course of 4 weeks, he had a stroke, he had stage 4 lung cancer, and he had a brain aneurysm, all within a 30-day period. He had started out learning that he had the big C word. He was on the different types of medications that someone would be on. And I have photos. I could share the photos with your audience right now. Um, it will be on Inside Edition, November 1st to the 7th. And a lot of people around the world are going to get the facts about medbeds. This guy, he vouches that the technology he used within 30 days, he feel like he was completely better. He today has a piece of paper that says no detectable anything. But he had 3 major things. He was left for dead, pretty much, and most everyone in the office, excuse me, and even the camera crew were in tears. So this is one of those testimonials. It's just one testimonial. When I first started doing this, those are still miracles, but those are everyday miracles now worldwide, right? At those times, there was like simple miracles that were happening very often. Now, 4+ years into it, it's really almost an everyday thing.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And what I can show you is this is the core of all of our tech. When someone visits us, they come here and they get this bio scanner. See
You're going
the
to
head?
have to speak in front of the laptop, or at least your voice. We don't have to see you, just so that we can hear you, please.
Perfect, perfect. So what I can say is this is the foundational piece of the med bed. It's an electronic scanner. It holographically scans your whole body. Any different type of cell in the body gets registered. We are frequency. So this is how we find out the physiological issues and also the physiological solutions to every health problem. All major diseases are parasites, mold, bacteria, fungus, and toxins. When RFK and Donald Trump talk about chronic disease, really they're talking about the five things or a multitude of the five things that are impairing cells in your body. End of story. We got this. And once they figure that out, and once someone knows the targets of what those really are, they're no longer gambling. And in our system of healthcare, as you know, everyone is basically gambling with their health. And here's another a light therapy. This is a light therapy system. And as you can see, there's magnetic therapy, there's terahertz therapy, there's red light therapy, there's actually jade, quartz in this system, there's ions, there's chromio light therapy coming from the top. This heats up to 175 degrees Fahrenheit. And also, not only the different ion generators that are in here, this system has 9 technologies. Let me ask you, everyone at home, do you want to use 9 hours of technology, just one technology per an hour for 9 hours? Or do you want to spend roughly an hour with 9 technologies? This is how we created the med bed. This is how we got the health um, basically extended into something that your self-care, if you can add this into your self-care and you're having 9 technologies running, wouldn't it make sense to spend less time in the machine and get massive results? Of course, of course. And so that one's called our Celestial Medbed Pod. And this is our Big Daddy right here. This is not a hyperbaric chamber. We were the first company to put a 3-dimensional way to create basically couplings to put stuff inside. This system has 9 technologies inside. We've got our oxygen, our scanning technology. We got our vibroacoustics. We've got grounding, far infrared, EMF shielding running through this system, along with frequency medicine. We've got the light, we've got direct current, and we got field therapy, all going through this whole system from that wall to that wall right there. That's called our holographic scan med bed, right? So these, if you're looking at these two systems, that one is great for lymphatic drainage. And this one is just good for overall telomere lengthening. And these are just a couple of the components, but these are the main pieces of equipment that can be measured and monitored so that people know, like, how could they, where are my health symptoms at? Where are my health outcomes? Well, that system back there scans your body while you go through it. So from the time you come in to the time you leave, we will snapshot your progression. And likely, well, what is the outcome, Nicholas, right? Well, you're talking about 30% overall health increase in just an hour. What does this mean? Doing this system 2 times a week for 52 weeks in 1 year will reverse your biological age 1 year. How do we know? Well, our whole system is tied to our scanner and AI. So AI gives you your answers of what you should be doing. And AI suggests that in just 3 months, we could increase your telomeres 50%. Even 25% is unheard of, but the combination between what we're doing here, which includes the whole line of injectables. We do exosome, stem cell, we do peptide, we do ozone, we do a lot of stuff here, including the removal of bacterias, molds, parasites, and funguses. So you're looking at the first foundational system. We're not saying our system regrows limbs, but what we are saying is that our system allows for it to be known as the first generation of its kind, which is in the category of medbed.
Absolutely. John, thank you so much for sharing everything with us today. I'm going to leave the link below in the description so that the viewers can have a look and have access to this. They can contact you and they can even order them to their own homes. We've had a lot of interest in this in the past few years, and this is definitely something up my street, something that we need to be more aware of, because obviously the mainstream solutions have let us down. Um, but John, thank you. Is there anything else that you'd like to say to the viewers before we finish?
Yeah, absolutely, Nicholas. Thank you. And really, from bedroom to wellness center, what you just saw, and you didn't see everything, it is the future of healthcare. Now, it's not everything. It's not a catastrophic injury where you get hit by a car. Don't come see us, right? But this is the future of medicine, utilizing AI frequencies, oxygen therapy, light therapies, but at a level where it's more potent, it's more measurable. This is the future that we're all waiting for. And if you need to be informed more, please reach out to us. And I'm going to give you guys all an offer. I'm going to give you a one-time offer. So take advantage of it. I've seen people offer something that was really not a really amazing offer, but this is actually an amazing offer. And we do it because one, what you're doing, Nicholas, out there in the world of censorship and speaking out. Thank you so much. And due to this and just an amazing type of connection we have with your audience, we're going to give everyone a free, it's $600, $600 hair and nail analysis. Now, what does that mean? It means you get a close nail clipping, three of them, to the end of your nail. You put that in a Ziploc bag. You take about 5 pieces of your hair close to the skin. You can take it off your arm, the back of your head, roughly about 5 pieces of hair clipping. And you would mail it to us, and you would just say Nicholas. If you say Nicholas DNA test, we'll take your DNA samples of your hair and nail. We will give you a full, after analyzing this data, we will give you a full AI advanced health and wellness assessment. That way, you're going to be like, how come no one ever showed me this? How come we did this for free? And the current system is like literally so far behind.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to help you give everyone, some targets, something to look at, not something that's gambling. We're all gambling with our health. And wouldn't it be nice if someone just put some targets up that we could focus on? And when we integrated the AI into this whole data system, it really blew everyone's mind. And it blows my mind every day. But once people see that what we did, like let's let the skeptics be skeptics, but also let's allow you to not be a skeptic. Let's prove ourselves to you at home, because that's really what this is about. You can't change the world if you stay in the United States. And thank God you're in the UK, Nicholas. We've already branched out worldwide. So we're actually changing the world. We've been changing the world. People saw me on the New York Times, MedBeds with Mayor Giuliani, Dennis Quaid documentary, The Future of Healthcare, Bloomberg's World Greatest Health Technology 2024, Apple News, Most Disruptive Entrepreneur of 2025. So many awards. I'm on Inside Edition. You'll see us with Dr. Phil. Dr. Phil was joining our team. Let 2025 be this mission and purpose that we're looking to do. And I just like to say thank you and God bless you guys all.
Excellent. John, thank you very much. I'm going to leave the link below in the description. And again, for a disclaimer, I just want to say that to do your own research, we're not making any claims, and we're not health advisors. But John, thank you very much. And we'll speak again very soon. You take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you guys so much.